I keep getting a message coming up to say that the internet connection isn't good enough. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. We had the same problem last week. But on his flying lap now, Uncle JND, new to the league. Up through the castle section. This is going to be the problem for a lot of drivers tonight, as he's lost it and lost his front wing. Yeah, I don't want to do that, mate. So we'll jump on board now. See how Matthew Hero's getting on the medium tyres. Fair distance away from the castle section. See if there's anyone. Looks like Brandon is just finishing his lap. Cool Hans Carter goes provisional pole on 1:40.0. Luke on a 45.1 on the mediums. Brandon P3. Matthew, good lap from Matthew, a 1:41.2, but he needs to get on the soft tyres because it's a wet race. You don't want to be on the medium tyres because you're not going to be using them. Last week's second place podium. Yellow flags. And it's nice to see Chungi has joined. Sorry about that. Brandon boxing. Uncle J&D on another outlap. On the medium tyres. But I have been told it's a wet race. Right, let's stay on board now with Uncle J&D. Heading over the start and finish line now to start his lap. Down into turn 1. A short straight to turn 2. and a nice long straight up to turn 3. Nice into turn 3 up to turn 4. Hard on the brakes. Turn 5. Turn 6. Hard braking now into turn 7. Up the 5th, up the 6th, back 3 gears, up the hill of the castle section. Nice to see that he's taking it easy out of there this time. Looks like he's got it clean. Dropping down the hill now to where Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton had their little spat. So far so good for JND. Looks like it's a clean lap so far. DRS wing open. Coming out across the line, and he goes P3. Good lap. Luke is on an out lap. Brandon's in the pits. Turquoise Bones. Just rounding his lap out now. On the long straight. The run down to the line. Here we go. And goes. P2. Good lap. A 1:40.0. Half a second off Cool Hans Carter. Matthew Hero now on an out lap on the soft tyres. Should be able to find a good half to 3/4 of a second. I don't know whether he'll find the 1.2 seconds that he needs to go pole. Nice and clean through there. You want to try and avoid that curb because it pulls you into the wall. Yellow flags in sector 2, probably for a slow driver, allowing a faster car to go past. Nice through there for Matthew Hero. Crosses the line now to start his lap into turn 1. Nice through there. Hard on the brakes for turn 2. Just avoiding the wall. DRS wing open. See what his first split is now shortly. Nice and clean through there. Heading up to the castle now. Nice turn in. So far so good. Cool Hans Carter, a 1:39.2. Matthew Hero, 1.5 seconds up on his fastest. This is going to be a good lap from Matthew Hero. Pops open the rear wing. They'll run down to the start and finish line now. Crosses the line to go a 39.5 to go P2. Good lap. 3/10 off pole. Let's have a look and see how Di Miles is getting on. Just started his lap now. And yeah, Di's overshot a chair. That's neutral, that is, Di. There you go. No one on track, so he's okay there. Let's see, and heavy wing damage on the left hand side. So Di will, I think Di will box and maybe he'll go for one last run. He's got 3 minutes 40 left. He's gonna be tight. I can see him pulling into the pits and retiring. Brandon's had a moment somewhere and lost part of his wing. No, you don't want to do that, Brandon. Not on track. Not allowed to do that on track. Everyone will be going for the final run now. We'll go on board now with Luke. Nicely through the castle section on his outlap. Bit loose on the back end. As Di Miles retires from the session. I wonder if we'll get to see where that is. Sector 3. Yes, out of the fast left right. There it is. Lost control and bounced off the wall. See what Luke can do. As everyone else is starting to come out for their last laps. Excuse me. So I would say Uncle JND is done now. Yeah, he won't be going for another run. That's his qualifying over. Up towards the castle now. Nicely through there. Just clips the wall there, no damage, luckily to get away with it. The RS wing, open now, heading down for the start and finish line, and goes P3 at 1:39.9. Good lap. Turquoise Bones on his flying lap now. Says qualifying's over, but it's not, obviously, because everyone's still on laps. Turquoise Bones nearly 3/10 up. We'll see where he is now at the second split here. Nicely through there, down the hill. A 39.6 to go third. So his qualifying is over. Matthew Hero just coming towards the end to finish his lap. Using all the power now. Rear wing pops open. Nope, and stays P2. Cool Hands Carter crosses the line to go just under half a second quicker again on a 38.7. Good lap from him. And it's Cool Hands Carter that takes pole tonight. Just waiting on JND to retire. There we are. Let's get the timing screens. And there we have it. Cool Hands Carter takes pole, Matthew Hero second, Turquoise Bones third, Luke P4, JND fifth, Brandon sixth, and Di Miles seventh, who didn't set a time. And we will have another driver in the way of Young Potato. So we got the mandatory 2-minute wait. Let's see how bad the rain is, and yeah, it looks pretty bad. And there we are. There's always one. Thank you, Brandon. Obviously, Brandon can't count to 120 seconds. Let's take you down. Matthew on second, Turquoise Bones third, Luke fourth, Uncle J&D fifth, Brandon sixth, Di Mile seventh, and Young Potato in 8th place. Brandon and Turquoise Bones has had a coming together, I think. Hence why they're back on the start and finish grid. Yes, I'm hoping everyone's going to make it through turn 1 nice and clean. I don't know whether this is going to be a wet race throughout. I'll see if I can find out now. Are you there, Miles? If you're there, Miles, go into AI mode. No. Miles disqualified from the session. Obviously, has had a coming together with Young Potato, I think. Alright, Di. Cheers, mate. So, there we are. It's rain all the way through. Though it may dry towards the end, but we'll see. As long as everyone can make it through turn 1 clean. As they line up on the grid now. That's alright, Chungy. And here we go. The 5 red lights are on. They're going to hold me here for a second or two. And away we go. And Brandon's got to drive through for a jump start immediately. So down into turn 1 they all come. And so far, so good. Oh, no. We have a car already, which is Brandon. He's retired and left the session. Something you're not allowed to do. Only do it in the pits. Tends to bring out the safety car. Trying to see now if there's any damage on any of the cars. And here we go, back to normal racing. Little bit of argy-bargy going on here. J&D, obviously heavy contact with the wall there. With J&D, he's lost his right end plate. He'll probably he'll box this lap. Yeah, right end plate gone. And we've got a car around. Young Potato, he'll have to box this lap. Lost his left end plate. Cool Hans Carter leads 4.5 seconds in front of Matthew Hero. Di Miles retires from the session. Yellow flag. See if we can pick up where Di is retired. Here it is here. Oh, heavy contact that is. Got a wheel off, virtual safety car, so they get that car removed. And we've got a couple of cars in the pits. We've got a Red Bull in of Luke, new front wing, new set of tyres. Di Miles leaves the session. Matthew Hero pit in. So he must have picked up wing damage somewhere. And away we go now. Sorry about this, just gotta... There we are, I'm back now. 3-second time penalty for Young Potato for corner cutting. On board now with Cool Hands Carter. The gap is 1.5 seconds. Young Potato is retired from the session. Virtual safety car. As well as so too is JND. I'm sorry, we've missed that on stream. Yeah, so I've just had word now that Potato deliberately crashed into JND and crashed him out of the race. So I'm hoping that he's recorded his race. We're back on board with Cool Hans Carter. So Cool Hans Carter's pitted, obviously. I don't know whether it was a scheduled stop, but with it being only 4 laps, I don't know whether he's had damage. Matthew Hero now in second place, 13 seconds behind the leader of Turquoise Bones. Looking good again tonight. I don't want to speak too soon and give it the commentator's curse because we're only 4 laps in, but it's looking good again for Matthew tonight. It was a few seasons ago now that I was Matthew Hero's teammate in F3. But Matthew looks like and seems to be progressing now, and looks like he's on for a promotion to F2 as long as he can hang on to these results. See what Turquoise Bones is doing. Crosses the line, start his 5th lap. Seems to be holding that lead of 13 seconds over Matthew Hero, as it just dips into the 12 seconds. And there we can see the position changes. Turquoise Bones up 2. Matthew Hero started second, still P2. Luke is up 1 position. Cool Hans Carter down 3 positions. Brandon, obviously, his car is still going round, but he's retired from the session. And there we have Uncle JND, Young Potato and Dime Miles, who's DNF'd already. The gap is slowly starting to fall now to Matthew Hero. Who seems to be going well in second place here. Luke has lost his left end plate again, so he's had a moment in the castle section, no doubt. Which will allow now Cool Hans Carter to catch him up. Seems to be struggling for a little bit of traction here, Cool Hans Carter. Luke should be boxing this lap. He wants to take it easy through here. Nice to see Matthew Hero's name pop up at 1:58.0 for the fastest lap so far of the race. Luke boxes. Cool Hans Carter a 1:57.6 now to take the fastest lap. A new set of intermediates going on, new front wing. And he's away. Rejoins the track. Keep it within the white lines or you get a penalty. And away we go. Nicely through the castle section. Because it's wet, you want to be a little bit more cautious than you usually would. Turquoise Bones still going strong in the lead. The gap between himself and Matthew still holding in about 11.1 and 10.9 seconds. Matthew slowly starting to reel him in. Cool Hands Carter a further 17 seconds back from Matthew. Still got his front wing intact. So too is Luke. Excuse me while I get a drink. One moment. Cool Hands Carter, another fastest lap. See how Turquoise Bones goes up through the castle section here, avoiding the walls. Nicely done. Same for Matthew. Nice and Robbie now, not Robbie, sorry. Cool Hands Carter now just under 16 seconds behind Matthew Hero. 26 seconds behind the leader. Lance Carter, another fastest lap, a 1:55.6. And this is going to be a long race. And there's no real battling because all the cars are spread out, which is unfortunate for anyone that's watching. Nicely up through the castle section. Oh, and lose the back end. And that's going to be another trip to the pits for Luke. As long as he takes it easy now, he's coming down to one of the fastest parts of the track. Hard on the brakes now as he drops down the hill. Glances off the wall. Got away with that. He wants to take it easy now through the fast left-right chicane here. Wants to take it, ease off a little bit. Glances off the wall again, loses more of his front wing off the left end. Into the pits now. Another new front wing, another set of intermediates. Turquoise bong still going well. Matthew now, the gap is down to 10.5 seconds. And in all fairness to Matthew, he seems to be holding the gap to Cool Hands Carter. Excuse me. Luke gets a 5-second penalty for cross the white line on exit of the pit lane, which will be added to his race time unless he has to stop again for a wing or tyres. Heading now up to the castle section again. We'll go on board with the McLaren driver. Nice and gently through there. Feathers the throttle. Hard on the power now. Matthew's got the gap now down to 9.3 seconds, down to 9.1. So yes, Matthew seems to have a good pace tonight, again, which is nice to see. And the gap between Matthew and Cool Hands Carter, 13 seconds. So this is your podium now tonight. I'm not. We won't know. Obviously, we won't know what order until the checkered flag. Because Luke isn't going to challenge unless one of the front runners crashes out. Nice overhead camera shot there. Up to the castle section now, on board on the front wing. Just got to feather the throttle here. Yep, all clean and good. Matthew now got the lead down in second, under 9 seconds. The turquoise bones. And the gap is falling quite sharply now. Matthew Hero now is starting to find now where he can push. Gap is down to just under 7.5 seconds now. Maybe now Turquoise Bones will react to that. Cool Hans Carter now. 13.5 seconds behind Matthew Hero. Still a long way to go in this race now. 18 laps including the one that they're on. Sorry, not 18. 14. Let's have a look to see what the telemetry is looking like. 51% of his overtake. Really, you don't want it to drop much below 60%, as it takes quite a while to build it back up again. Preferably you want to keep it above 60% when you cross the line. So I would say Turquoise Bones now is reacting to the time that Matthew was taken out of him. See what Matthews is now. Pit windows open now. Yeah, see now Matthews got a good overtake. ERS saved. And that's where you want it to be. As you cross the line, you want it to be above 60%. Matthew now using it, but he'll stop now just before the end of this little straight here. There we go, and as you can see, it's climbing again. As you can see now, the gap now is under 7 seconds to Turquoise Bones. Matthew's got a car going slow in front of him, which would be Brandon, I would say. Yeah, now Matthew can drive through the car because Ghosting is on tonight. The only two tracks that it's on for is Azerbaijan, Baku, and Monaco, the Principality. So what you'll see now is Matthew will just drive straight through the car in front of him. And the Renault driver being shown the blue flags anyway. Didn't cost Matthew any time. As you can see, Matthew's overtake, or his ERS, back up to 100%, whereas Turquoise Bones is 49%. And this is where it all matters. Between the drivers, you can see Turquoise Bones is using every bit of his, as whereas Matthew is being conservative and using his. Cool Hans Carter, same as Turquoise Bones, not conserving enough through the lap. See now when Turquoise Bones will be looking at pitting, because the pit window is now open. Little glance of the wall there. Doesn't look like to have any front end damage. And this race will come down to penalties, as it does every week. Matthew Hero will have to pit again. So too Cool Hands Carter. I don't think he'll go to the end on them. Though because it's a wet race, and it's remaining wet, you don't have to pit. Matthew Hero will now be able to see Turquoise Bones in the distance, which will spur him on a little bit, as he can see the car in front of him. Cool Hands Carter now 11 seconds behind Matthew Hero and 16 behind the leader. As we can see, Brandon, who's retired early in the session, 1 lap down. Luke has lost his left end plate again, so Luke will be boxing again. Really wants to take it easy through these series of corners here. Luckily got it stopped there. And this is where it's hurting him, see, in the corners. Wants to take it easy through here. He'll box this lap now for another front wing. Yeah. Probably do his 5-second penalty as well. Yeah. So he'll do his 5-second penalty for what he got for crossing the pit line on exit the last time in. New front wing going on. Matthew Hero takes the lead. Turquoise Bones in the pits. On goes a fresh set of intermediates. Turquoise Bones will go to the end now. Matthew Hero leading, who will have to pit again. Cool Hands Carter in the pits. New wing. Obviously picked up damage, probably in the castle section. New set of intermediates, and away he goes. All this working in, all this is coming well to Matthew Hero, who's leading. The gap is 14.7 seconds. But Matthew now I think will slowly, should start about pitting. If not this lap, the next lap. Stay on board now with Cool Hands Carter up through the castle section. Very close to the walls there. And the track doesn't look like it's going to dry out at all anytime soon. We stay on board now into the tight left-hander just as he drops down the hill. down through the gears. So you want to try and avoid that curb on the inside. Has a tendency to push you out wide and into the wall on the opposite side. The gap now slowly falling to Matthew Hero from Turquoise Bones. Matthew's still going well here. But if I was Matthew now, I'd seriously think about pitting. Getting on a fresh set of intermediates. See how Turquoise Bones now goes through the castle section now. On board now. Nicely done. Hard on the power now. On board now with Kuhan's Carter as he enters the castle section. Yeah, taking it nice and easy through there. And we'll see how Kuhan's Carter does now in the left hand there as he drops down the hill. You can see he's feathering the throttle. Early gear changes. Hard on the power now. See if he feathers through here. Yeah, feathers the throttle through here. Hard on the power now. As Luke is back in for another set of tyres and another wing. Kuhan's Carter fastest lap of 1:54.2. Luke picks up a 5-second penalty. Matthew Hero is obviously pitted. So he's out now on the fresh tyres. Turquoise Bones, 1 lap old tyres. See what Matthew can do now. Seems to be a big gap, 11 seconds. No big loss as Matthew will get a podium again tonight. All being well that he finishes. Into the castle section. Want to stay away from the curbs in the castle section. No damage, luckily. Small bit of lag there off Kuhan's Carter's car. No wing damage, but he wants to stay away from that curb at the top of the hill. The gap now between Kuhan's Carter and Matthew Hero, under 4 seconds. Luke's still going round. The gap between Matthew Hero and Turquoise Bones slowly falling again. I don't know if there's going to be enough laps for Matthew to catch him. See Cool Hands Carter in the background there. Just under 4 seconds now is the gap between Matthew and Cool Hands Carter. Turquoise Bones now, 9.5 seconds in front of Matthew. Turquoise Bones now, just about to cross the line, start lap 20 of 26. The gap is steadily falling. From second place Matthew Hero to Turquoise Bones. Cool Hands Carter now. Catching Matthew Hero now. Though a lot can happen in the last 6 laps. But Matthew is starting to reel in Turquoise Bones now. And there's enough laps for him to catch him. The gap is now just teetering on the brink of 8 seconds to the leader. So this race will come down to the penalties. Not that I've seen Turquoise Bones' name pop up. Matthew now starting to push. Turquoise Bones has built his ERS up a little bit, though we'll use it down this start and finish straight. There's Cool Hands Carter now. Got Matthew in his sights now. 2.5 seconds behind him. There's no DRS as it's a wet race. Got the rev glitch. Turquoise Bones here now. Gap is now up to 8 seconds, and it's 1 second between Cool Hands Carter and Matthew Hero. If I was Matthew, I'd let Cool Hands Carter go and just concentrate on his own race to pick up 3rd place. As long as he keeps on the back of him, it'll come down to penalties. I don't know what Cool Hands Carter's got, if any. Same as Turquoise Bones. But now Cool Hands Carter now is reeling in Matthew Hero. Now he's on his gearbox, and I feel that Matthew will let him go now on the start and finish straight, as he'll just want to concentrate on his own race. He's done well up until now, but to safeguard his own race, I'd let him go instead of trying to battle him. There we go. As Matthew lets him go. Nice to see, the cleanliness between two drivers. Now hopefully Matthew now will just stay on the back of Cool Hands Carter, and hopefully Cool Hands Carter will bring Matthew closer to Turquoise Bones. Like I says, if Turquoise Bones has got three 3-second time penalties, Matthew's in for a shout of a win. Cool Hands Carter may have a couple of penalties. I haven't seen Matthew's name pop up at all tonight, so that's all Matthew's got to do, is try and stay within shouting distance of Cool Hands Carter. Drive within his own limitations, not to try and do too much so it hinders his chances. Just keep doing what he's been doing for the last 22 laps. But you can slowly see a gap starting to form between Matthew now and Cool Hands Carter. It's not much. But I don't know if there's enough time left for Cool Hands Carter to catch Turquoise Bones. But Turquoise Bones will probably start to feel the pressure, because he will see the time slowly falling. Excuse me. And as long as Matthew just keeps doing what he's doing, he's guaranteed a podium tonight, to go with his second place last week. Lap 23 of 26. 3 to go after this lap. Or 3 including this lap, sorry. Cool Hands Carter still going well. Just hopefully he can keep it clean now for the remainder of the race, that he doesn't need a new front wing. Have a look at Turquoise Bones, our leader. Into the castle section, feathers it through there nice and gently, nice and tidy. Into the left-hander, hard on the power now. Yeah, you can see now Matthew's slowly falling back. I don't know if the track is drying at all. You can see a line forming in the track now. Still a bit of spray coming off them intermediates. Lap 24 now of 26. Cool Hands Carter, fastest lap, a 1:54.1. Who's set at the moment to be on track for the bonus point of the fastest lap. And now we can see Turquoise Bones in front of him, 4.6 seconds. I don't know if Turquoise Bones has got enough in the bag to try and hold him off. But this will only spur Cool Hands Carter on even more. Heading up to the castle section again now. And the track definitely looks like it's starting to dry a little bit. The gap now 4 seconds. It's just dropped below 4 seconds. Bit of a corner cut there. Don't want to do that at the top of the hill. Matthew still holding well in third place here. The gap now between Matthew and Cool Hands Carter, just over 8 seconds, as Cool Hands Carter puts in the fastest lap of 1:53.7. I don't think it's going to be enough. Turquoise Bones seems to be doing just enough to keep Cool Hands Carter behind him. Go on board now and just look back. As you can see, Cool Hands Carter just in the background. The big question is will he hold on to the lead? Once the checkered flag is brought out. And Turquoise Bones now starts his last lap. So I'll stay on board now with Turquoise Bones. Hardly any ERS now left in the tank, whereas Cool Hands Carter's only got 10%. And there's Matthew looked after his ERS the entire race, and he's still holding on to it. Gap between Matthew and Cool Hands Carter 8 seconds, and the gap to the leader now between Cool Hands Carter just in the background, just under 4 seconds. Into the castle section for the last time. Up the hill, into the right-hander, out of the right-hander, gently on the power, into the left. Feathers the power. Hard on the power now. Hard on the brakes now. Down to second. Avoiding the wall. Up the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh now. See the gap now, 2.9 seconds to Cool Hands Carter. And now Turquoise Bones will give all of his overtake now. He's in rich mix. Coming down now to cross the line and win the race. Will he hold on to it? Congratulations to Turquoise Bones. Holds on to the lead at the moment. Matthew Hero 15 seconds behind Cool Hands Carter. Stays P3. And Luke will get P4. Next week we're at an interesting track. We're at Spa-Francorchamps, Belgium, which will be quite interesting. Just hoping for good numbers next week. And here's Luke now. Into the fast left and fast right. The long straight down to the start and finish line. No ERS. And there we are. And Luke takes P4. Brandon won't be classified because he retired on track. And there's your driver of the day, Turquoise Bones. Just wait for the timing screens. Just got to get the timing screenshot now. And here we go. And there we can see it. In all fairness to all the drivers bar Young Potato, everyone was clean. No time penalties at all, which is good to see. And that's it from me, Number One Taffy, and I'll see you all again next week in Belgium. Thank you for tuning in and watching, and cheerio.